Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, where I think we are going to, we're going to continue following Scavola's plotline here, because I really do want to increase the size of our cognition gauge. I was thinking about this, because the Cognis Flamer is, first of all, an area damage weapon, and you know how I feel about those, and also a ranged weapon that deals physical damage. It is currently the case that our only physical damage comes from our power axes, so if we were to run into enemies that had a significant amount of energy armor, it could be a real pain to fight them. We do need additional sources of physical damage. However, I think we can do this afterward. I think the extra cognition gauge size increase is this is a big deal. It'll be really, really nice to be able to bank a little bit extra. And this mission is easy. We probably won't need the flamethrower for this. I bet we can just breeze through this one, and then we'll go after the flamer. So, Skitar. Okay, so here's the deal. I should have looked up how to pronounce this. I'm going to keep saying Skitarii for now, but there are a lot of opinions on how this word might be pronounced. In the tomb of Acropis have encountered a destroyer form of Necron that uses anti-gravitational technology. Tech Inquisitor Scaevola has requested a cohort engage Necron destroyers, so this technology can be studied. Yeah, that seems reasonable. The other reward here, the Spotlight, is it's like a taunt, and it gives you a little bit of armor. I don't know that I will bother to equip this on anyone. Maybe once one of our guys gets really far and away, tougher than all the others, but this doesn't seem great, but I really, really like the cognition gauge increase. And we now have, first of all, 3 tech priests, and secondly, access to a couple of additional troop types. So I kind of want to stick with servitors, just because there's a Blackstone cost here, and I don't think we're going to need any help on this one. This one will probably be easy enough that we can get away with just doing servitors. We're going to get to the hard part of the game soon. At some point here, it's going to make sense to actually spend and bring better troops. And we have more canticles now. I think we probably don't have to bring 2 cans of the craft. Plus movement for a round, I'm not that excited by it. Let's try taming the machine spirit, so that we can find out exactly how it works. Because if it does upset everybody's machine spirits, that's pretty powerful. If it's only on the one person whose turn it is when you use it, that's not bad, but I don't know that it's necessarily worth a slot in that case. Reports received from Subdomina Kepra. Synopsis follows. Heavy resistance, minimal gains, mounting casualties. Confirm? Yes, no? Correct, there have been setbacks. Our troops have encountered a new Necron war form. Reaction equals delight! Scaevola, come on, those are people down there. Mostly. Those are mostly people down there. Pray, Tech Inquisitor, explain. Enemy warform, provision designation Destroyer. Anti-grav technology confirmed. Explorator request file accessed. Anti-gravitational technology is an area Styges 8... Okay, Styges 8 Magos, this is people. I'm having a hard time reading these sentences because I can't figure out what the subjects and the nouns are. Anti-gravitational technology is an area Styges 8 Magos have requested as high priority. Study of provisional design destroyer, desirable, necessary, sacred duty. And you would be famed throughout Styges 8 for exploiting this technology. Well, statement, agreement. Request formulation follows. Commence deployment immediately. Alright, Scaevola is not ashamed. Yeah, I'll get famous, what of it? It's still the right thing to do. Yeah, she's not wrong. A concentration of Necron destroyers is playing merry hell with our Skitarii units in the Tomb of Acropis. They are highly mobile and heavily armed weapons platforms. Taking them on is dangerous in the extreme. Plus reason to observe them, obviously. Our troops possessing such technology extrapolated to conclusion, greatly increased battlefield effectiveness. It would be cool if we could all hover. I'm not going to lie about that. I was raised to see that as dangerous thinking, Magos. Put such piety aside for now, Subdomina. Is the cohort ready to advance? Man, do not let Videx hear you say this. They are. I have plotted the likely location of the destroyer units. They're somewhere within this complex. Fortune of Mars be with you. Okay, so this mission is rated as easy. There weren't any particularly difficult enemies in the enemy preview, and our squad is considerably more powerful than it has been. I think we shouldn't have a problem with this. Transmission origin Necron. Xenos language study opportunity. Request study. Hark not to the aliens' words, lest ye unknowingly repeat them. True when Archmagos Veneratus Halon wrote it, Magos, and true today. This chamber is bathed in a constant data flow transmitted by the tomb's own awakening protocols. This transmission must be of Necron origin. I mean, we gotta learn, right? I need to know what those runes mean. We could block out the transmission, attempt to decode it locally with the cohort's internal cogitators, or relay it to the Castus Metallicon for translation. This is probably well, I was going to say this is probably the safer way to do it in that it doesn't necessarily carry any risk of corruption or damage to our troops on the ground, but also, I guess, if this transmission is somehow capable of being harmful, you know, a real, like, Pontypool kind of situation, probably for the sake of the mission, it's better for the tech priests on the ground to get hit by it than for anything on the ship to get hit by it. Words of the enemy. Conclusion string follows. Infinitely arrogant, obsessed with the mechanisms of the cosmos. Lord Zaragon, object of veneration, plus fascination. Alright, so we got some cognition points, but also some awakening. Behold the wisdom of Acropis, Lord Astronomer to the court of Zaragon. To him no mystery of the stars is left obscure. Let the heavens themselves stand in testament to the might of Lord Zaragon. These words of blasphemy are deeply troubling, but the cohort gains some insight into the mentality of the foe. Okay, I don't feel too bad about some early cognition. So, we're headed this way. Alright, this is kind of awkwardly built then. Because obviously I don't want to touch this room until we absolutely have to. Alright, what have we here? This panel controls a heavy door leading to a treasure room beyond, which is filled with cognition. Okay, I'm not sure that we've ever seen either of these glyphs before. Let's try out this one. Okay, that one gave us cognition points. So the circle with the triangle in it, potentially, is cognition points. So now I'm looking at this and wondering if it's worth going all the way out of our way. Maybe we should just hit this other glyph room, come back through the combat, and go to the mission level, or the mission area. Because I'm a little worried about the awakening gauge. Not the mission level awakening gauge, but the campaign level one. I don't want to push it too far. Well, we know we're going up here anyway. Let's do that, and then we'll decide from there. This area of the Tomb of Acropis is covered in hieroglyphics interspersed with depictions of Necron constructs, most often engaged in war. Some of the images resemble the Necron destroyers with their distinctive anti-grav hulls. We could examine these pictographs for suggestion of weakness in the destroyer warform. That does seem like a good idea. Or evidence of Necron philosophy and beliefs surrounding the destroyers. Or evidence of destroyer battle tactics and weaponry. Well, I can tell you what kind of weaponry they have right now. Let's look for weaknesses. Every inscribed battle scene suggests the destroyers are more heavily armed, solidly armored, and mobile than any of the other numerous Necron warforms. Such a blunt illustration of this particular enemy's capabilities does little to hearten the cohort in their mission to engage and battle the destroyers. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, and we spent some time here, so the tomb's still awakening around us. This mission has definitely been a real bummer so far. Just like all downside. Alright. Let's try this one. Big circle. Oof. Okay, big circle is damage. We will avoid big circle in the future. So, I'm going to make a decision here. Do I actually want to do 4 additional rooms? We should do the combat. Probably. defeating Necrons is pretty good pay as long as we don't take a ton of damage doing it. Yeah. You can get a lot of Blackstone from events, but only some events, only sometimes. Combat will always yield stuff. Plus, there might be a cache in here as well. We can hope. Alright, kill all enemies. It looks like we did not, in fact, get a cache on this one. But it also kind of looks like another area is going to rise up out of the floor here, so who knows? Maybe we still will get a cache. Alright, there's a lot of... Oh no, here's one. There's one right here. It was just behind the wall from the camera angle we were at. Okay, so we want to come around here. These guys are going to have to... the Necron, sorry, this guy is going to have to come up pretty close to us to actually get a firing angle. So, new guy is first. He's got a big gun. He's going to be able to blow one of these dudes away immediately. Yeah, this is good. So which... Okay, the Necron who poses no threat to us is the one that goes early in the turn. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's... I don't know, I can just fire from here, right? I can just light this dude up. I can use my Cognition Freedom ability. And just immediately shoot him with the Volkite Blaster. I see no reason to waste time. You, be gone. And that 20% increased critical rate already working out. I don't know what we want to do with his servo-skull. We might just hold it for the turn. Yeah, I'm just going to move to a position where I can shoot the other Necron warrior over there. The flayed one's pretty late in the turn. I'm not too worried about him. Let's just light you up and find out your stats. Okay. Turns out his stats are that he is terrible. I guess I'm going to have this guy end his turn right here, so that in case we do end up below our cognition threshold, he'll grab us points for free. And then you... And there's no reason not to just light him up, right? Who do I care about the most? I guess shooting this guy helps us start to destroy the cache as well. And I don't really see any reason not to just run over here and scan this right now. Yeah, this combat is going to end up being very Blackstone positive for us. So, then the question is, do we want to use my servo-skull to just banish this dude? No, it's probably not a priority. I think I just run back around here. We have thus far not seen any Necron area attacks. Actually, we should do this in such a way that I'm as close to the other Necron as possible so that I can maybe shoot him in addition to giving this guy the axe. Alright, can we... I do have to spend some cognition to get close enough to shoot this guy, but we should definitely do it. No sense in not using the phosphor pistols every round. And then do I have... Yep, I have enough movement that I can just walk back over here without having to even spend any more cognition. Well, so far this has been pretty easy. And I think it is very possible that we will kill all the enemies before these resurrection timers have the chance to go off. We do not need to deploy any servitors here. I think this is under control. We're on top of this. So, to get pretty close to him to be able to get a pistol shot. I can get a shot with the big gun from here. I'm just going to take the big gun shot. We have lots of sources of cognition nearby. I'm not too worried about running out. God, that big gun is extremely good. Do I want to run over on that guy? I'm going to get pretty good hits out of the machine spirit pistol. And we have a ton of cognition on the battlefield, so if we can wrap this up, we're going to be in really good shape. What is the machine spirit bonus of this gun? Okay, a free shot. Boy, he's going to get to use that thing an awful lot. Give that guy a little prod, and then we'll just walk over here. And I suppose I may as well use the servo-skull, because I suspect we are just about done with this battle. So let's grab this cognition point in case we want to use it during this turn. I don't think we will, but just in case. Right, from here, I can use both of my guns and also my servo-skull. And 5 to 6 damage now on the machine spirit pistol shot. Okay, yeah, that was easy enough. Oh, I didn't destroy the cache. I forgot to destroy the cache. I could have wound the awakening meter back. Shoot. Well, it might end up not mattering. It's possible. Oh, hey, we get some free healing. Oh, and that reduced the awakening meter by itself as well. It might end up not mattering, right? Because the only the number on the awake level actually matters. So if we end up at 2 or more bars into the awake level, then the cache wouldn't have made a difference. And since we've wound that back so much, maybe that does make it reasonable for us to check out the rest of the tomb, because there could be Blackstone. Yeah, alright. I'm feeling overconfident. And as far as I know, overconfidence is a purely good thing, certainly not slow nor insidious. Right, what have we here? Mission relevant opportunity. Combat data on provisional designation Destroyer. Acquire. Do not ignore. This chamber is the site of a skirmish between a unit of Skitarii and Necron destroyers. A few corpses badly mauled by ghost fire lie around a hurriedly erected flakweave barricade. Let's say a prayer for the fallen. We can examine the marks of weapon fire. I mean, I don't know that we're going to get any useful information out of this. Also, even if this did give a reward, it would probably just be cognition, which we are full on. Or search the fallen for useful supplies. Yeah, I think this is probably the way to go. Let's see if they have any designs or anything. They totally did. Gamma pistol. Attack completely ignores armor. And in machine spirit mode, destroys 1 energy armor. This looks like a useful gun. And unfortunately, some awakening, because we spent some time searching. Rummaging through the corpses is a grim and demoralizing business. Though useful supplies and ammunition are recovered from the corpses and surrounding area, the cohort do not relish this act of battlefield scavenging. Yeah, I imagine it's not super fun. Direct request. Bring it to me. And direct request. The cohort finds a sarcophagus containing a destroyer that seems inert. It may have malfunctioned and failed to respond to the tomb's awakening protocols. Oh, man. I mean, she directly requested it. This is gonna not work, though, right? There's no way we actually get to take the destroyer on board. I am kind of curious what'll happen, though. Let's try it. The cohort pries open the sarcophagus, but in response to their actions, the dormant Necron teleports away. The sarcophagus emits a barrage of harmful radiation and deafening noise, forcing the cohort to rapidly exit the chamber. Okay, not a big surprise on that one. Mostly I was curious what would happen. And that damage isn't a big deal. We can definitely repair that before leaving. The Lives of the Logic Saints, Psalm 61. Even in death, our duty is not complete. A mortally wounded Skitarii lies on the floor of this chamber, his torso laid open by Gauss fire. He was evidently caught in a firefight and left behind when his unit fell back. It is likely they were attacked by Necron destroyers. This one might have witnessed their tactics up close. We could interrogate him, that seems harsh. We probably are not going to be able to administer medical assistance such that the guy survives. It does say torso laid open. I know that we have great technology and everything, but that seems extreme. Yeah, let's download the data from his brain. I think that's probably the smartest way to go about this. The cohort inserts a data probe into the dying trooper's cortical port. The shock of extracting the data of his final moments finishes him off, but the cohort acquires several minutes' worth of data showing the destroyers emerging from the shadows in perfect coordination and unleashing a fatal crossfire. They are heartened that the trooper was able to share this knowledge even at the moment of death. Yep, that's a little heartless, but, I mean, to be fair, what do you expect? Most of us probably don't have hearts anymore. Okay. We know that big circle is bad. Let's try this one. Container of some sort that seemingly has raw binary... Yeah, okay. All units healed for 1. Right, this is always the same description, no matter what option you pick. Okay, that's a cool one. I appreciate it marking the one we know is bad in red, so that even if I am forgetful, we can still know that that's the bad one. Oh, hey, there we go. That's one of those guys. Intrigue. Most interesting. Not all forms are humanoid. Logging data, plus Centurion form, plus gravity defying. The Xenos show that they are more alien than we originally thought. Text of the Oiled Cog, version 12, states, "One can verge from the standard form, but one must always retain their humanity, or be lost to the men of iron and their ways." I do not mean to diverge from the discussion, but what are these Iron Men? Unclear. This text was logged many millennia ago. There's no other reference to them in my cogitators. I mean, they actually could be the Necrons, right? The Necrons predate humanity, as we know it, considerably. Keep focused, brothers. We have a new enemy afoot, and we must ensure they do not surprise us with new trickeries. Be alert and focus. That guy's got a big gun, so we definitely need to handle that quickly. Kill or destroy targets. You know, kill them or destroy them, I don't care which. So let's see. Actually, he should probably be in back, both because he's fastest and because his turn is last out of our troops here. And this guy gets to go first. There's not actually a lot of sources of cognition points on the field here. Just at the corners. There is a Blackstone cache, though, which I would love to get to. Right, we got some normal warriors. Obviously, we will want to reveal this guy's stats immediately. But I'm not going to have this guy do it, because I want to do it with the servo-skull that also does damage. So I probably just want to run out here and like really let him have it, right? I guess servo-skull... excuse me. Servo-skulling him now is going to help me make that decision, because it might be better off to run the other way and just take out the warrior, especially if this guy has significant energy armor. Yeah, let's find out. Okay, 18 health but no defenses whatsoever. Well, in that case, he's getting the big guns. I'm trying to do this in such a way that I can let other people through. I don't want to block the corner. Alright. Let's pop our free weapon fire and 30% crit on a 9 to 11 shot. And I think my plan is to use that canticle that sets off the machine spirits on this guy's next turn, maybe? And then I just back off so that I'm not necessarily in line of sight of all of the enemy weapons, but it kind of seems like we have this under control. Yeah, I don't think I want to spend a point to move anywhere. Yeah, I think I'm good. Alright, you need to get over here. I mean, it seems like we're going to be able to just take this guy down, right? Actually, maybe this would be a good time to use this, right? Because we have the Angered Spirit trait. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pop this Canticle now. Okay, it does look like it affects everybody. Shoot, I should have done that right at the beginning of the battle. But we should be able to drop this guy right here, then. I'm gonna hit him with the with this thing because it's pretty likely to put him down. And then we are going to spend some cognition points to run over to the cache. Oh, sorry, I have to go get some cognition points right now. So we're going to grab from the far corner. That'll give us enough to move past this guy, which will pick up another one. So I should be able to get to the cache this turn. Right, we're going to spend a cognition, but gain a cognition. That'll let me get to here, where I have some cover. No, it looks like I can still shoot this guy from this position, so I clearly do not have cover. Oh, I'm going to heal myself. And at this point, blowing up the cache is unlikely to benefit us. So let's just let this dude have it. Okay, that's unfortunate that he has 2 points of energy armor. That was exactly what he needed to survive that shot. Okay, not a big deal. We're good. Unfortunately, I cannot get to a position where I feel useful at all here. We could run up on this guy. I guess this is good because it prevents him from moving around, but I can't use my axe because it costs a cognition point. We could use this thing, but it's not going to kill him. Yeah, I'm just going to run over here and put an opportunity attack on him. And then from here, I should be able to... Oh, right, yeah, you can't do the thing if you... Darn it. Can't shoot with my pistol because I moved into melee range of somebody. I was going to shoot that guy, so hold on. We'll servo-skull ourselves a cognition point, and I will correct my error. We definitely do not need this guy having a turn. And I may as well come over here and repair my friend. Limit the amount of blackstone we're going to have to spend on repairs. And I still have way more than enough movement to get back over here and threaten with the opportunity attack again. Okay. Are we going to get more spawns? No, really. Alright, well, there's absolutely no reason for me not to obliterate this thing. That was a weird thing for the camera to do. Apparently I can't quite walk over to that guy. None of these are relevant. Okay, we did manage somehow to run all the way out of cognition. The good news is, I'm pretty sure he's just gonna, the Necron's just gonna die on his own turn, because he can survive attacks from all of our ranged weapons, but he cannot survive the axe. You know, that wasn't really that bad. Our new gear and our fancy skills for using it have added up to a lot of effectiveness here. The cohort withdraws from the tomb, having experienced the prowess of the Necron destroyers firsthand. I don't know if that's what I would call it. If nothing else, the Adeptus Mechanicus have learned of the stark danger these Necron warforms pose. Again, I didn't even let it fire its gun. We have no idea. Anti-gravity comprehension index plus 3.9%. Projected beneficiary equals Stigi Adeptus Mechanicus. I am focused on matters much closer in space and time, Scaevola. Retrieving Tech Inquisitor Statement of Purpose. To perceive the grander picture, to strive to acquire and understand for the benefit of all mankind. Be that as it may, I am more interested in how your studies will help our mission on Silva Tenebris. Oh, platitude mode. Trust in the scientific method, Magos. It would be easy. That would probably work better if he didn't say out loud that he was going into platitude mode before saying it. Oh, you know what? I cost us 10 Blackstone by not using the Canticle to heal this guy to fall, Minarius, to fall at the end of the battle there. That was silly. Small errors that end up costing us resources. But we did get quite a bit of Blackstone. We have our cognition gauge increase. Honestly, I don't know if we're going to use that spotlight at all, but... Oh, and we're also still unlocking new Canticles. Next attack will break 2 energy armor. Seems pretty relevant to us, given that almost all of our attacks are energy attacks. Okay, so let's have a look at... well, actually, before we do anything else, let's go spend resources. So new guy could probably use some levels. I do want to get Bless. Let's push him forward so that we can grab Bless for him. 4 HP and a physical armor. I kind of like movement. Honestly, I don't think any of these are great. You know what? We fight a lot of enemies that that have energy weapons, don't we? I don't know that we'll even equip that. We might want to use the augment slot for something else. But I do know that I want to pick up Bless. Okay. So let's figure this out. We have 2 augment capacity unused on this guy now. We could equip another... no, we cannot equip another weapon. We could equip a melee weapon. Do I want to switch off the Phosphor Blast pistol? We probably don't need them on everybody. And the Gamma pistol is a good bit of versatility. We'll probably keep Phosphor Blast pistols on the other 2 for the free stat reveal. But this guy having some ability to, well, you know, maybe he's not the one though, right? Because he already has the ability to punch through energy armor just by hitting so hard that the armor doesn't matter. I'm going to put the, well, I was going to say I'm going to put a Gamma pistol on the melee guy, on Jeremiah, but you know what? Jeremiah doesn't need it either. He also already has the ability to punch through energy armor. Yeah, you know what? Nobody actually makes particularly good use of it. And we want to keep Minarius. Is that his name? Yeah, we want to keep Minarius on the energy thing because he has a bonus to energy attacks. Okay, so what else do we want to do with you? You have 2 slots left. We could put that really good healing arm on. It costs 2 augment slots, but it's still only a single cognition for a huge amount of healing. I think that's probably a good idea. And if we kept upgrading you, what would be... We'd be moving toward Master Refractor, which I don't really have any idea of the benefit of, because I don't think we've seen refractor field generators. But I definitely want to get down to this. Okay, what else do we have access to? We could afford an upgrade for you. Just reveal enemy statistics while in melee range. Again, lessening our need for the phosphor pistols. So as you can see on that last mission, you can already collect all cognition points from a source by actually moving physically adjacent to it. So I think that this extraction protocol is actually less good on him than it would be on almost anyone else, because he's the one who is most likely to be able to get over to a thing. So we could grab Noospheric Scan, which is fine, but we only have enough Blackstone for 1 upgrade. Oh, you know what? Minarius' next upgrade is too expensive for right now anyway. Okay, well, congratulations, Jeremiah. And a little bit more augment capacity. Now, I have run us down, it's probably worth noting, to only 18 Blackstone, which is going to limit the troops that we could bring on the next mission. What do I want to do with your extra point? Oh, you know what? He could take the Gamma Pistol, because right now he just only has one gun slot full. Now he gets 2 little attacks plus the Power Axe. Yeah, that seems right. Alright, let's talk about... Hold on, let's real quick just dive into the Canticle menu. Is there anything in particular that I need to be focusing on? Are we really close to something? Continuing to scan Necrons is good, obviously. Try to perform more physical attacks. We should probably go and get our flamethrower. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, actually, there's a totally new mission available. Troop deployment cost is reduced by 30%, but the Blackstone part, not the cognition point part. Although 30% obviously would not be super relevant, given how low their costs are. The Eradication Ray fires in a straight line passing through all units and does 9 to 13 energy damage to targets. That's interesting. This mission is rated as hard, Immortals, Warriors, and a boss. I do want to fight a boss, but probably not just yet. Let's get our flamethrower first. I think normal might be the highest difficulty mission we've done so far. Damage sustained during warp transit forced the Adeptus Mechanicus to vent much of its fuel reserves. Quartermaster Rowe suggests acquiring a supply of isotopic material from the Tomb of Agra Lux for use as fuel. That's probably safe. And the reward's a lot of Blackstone. We're going to be fighting Acanthrites and Necron warriors. Yeah, we could do this. This is very doable, and I want another source of physical damage. So I think we're just going to go all servitors here because we're kind of scraped on Blackstone, but maybe this would be a good opportunity to try out another troop. Just in case things get difficult, because it seems like this is the first mission where that's a real possibility. Yeah, we'll bring that guy, I suppose. So this seems great, actually. I think we want to keep this on. We can replace Litany of Life with the level 2 version of it, or we could just not bring it at all. I don't know for sure that it's right. We could bring the Blessings of the Omnissiah. You know what? We actually do have the ability to go through cognition points very quickly. We have good heals on our actual units now. Cant of the Craft allows Jeremiah to really just cut someone in half, and that might be good enough. But maybe we'd be better off with the next 4 attacks ignore armor? No, I like having this ability to just completely dunk somebody. Yeah, alright, this is what we're gonna do. Magos, stable orbit achieved and maintained. I'm trying to work out a voice for this guy. He sounds rougher than the others. My thanks, Quartermaster. I would remain in geosynchronous orbit for the duration of this mission. Fuel reserves calculated. Continuous orbit probable but not certain. Additional fuel acquisition recommended. Attention required. Troublesome news, Magus. The tanks are nearly empty. Supplies are low. Far from sufficient. Problematic in the extreme. How can our supplies be low? We only just arrived here, Quartermaster. Warp transit, less than satisfactory. New reports state cargo supplies vented to the void as a result of damage. Most unacceptable. Then what is our situation now, Quartermaster? Deploying armed force on hostile world is costly exercise. Logistically complex. Running costs for the Adeptus Mechanicus in orbit far from negligible. Crisis in isotopic fuel matter for the core reactors. Disappointment and frustration are flooding my neurovaults and require quarantining. I focus instead on a solution. Can you present one? The Tomb of Agra Lux contains strong traces of radioactive decay. Supplies of necessary materials present. Request acquisition before material's half-life is expired. Alright, let's go and steal fuel. I'm sure Necrons run on fuel that we could use, right? There's nothing terrifying or mysterious about them. The Tomb of Agra Lux isn't particularly welcoming, Magos. Are you certain it is worth the risk to go in? Our mission here cannot be fulfilled if the Adeptus Mechanicus has insufficient fuel to stay in stable orbit. Very well. I hope the quartermaster understands what missions like this cost. Cost of deployment less than value of resources acquired. Mission is mathematically justified. Well, that's the most important way that something can be justified. Well, when you put it like that... Alright, so we need to hit those 2 rooms. There's some glyph stuff available. What is going to be the best path through here? We're at 20% awakening. I assume that when the awakening bar maxes out, we're doing the ending, whether we're ready or not. It does seem like we have quite a bit of time yet. Basically, I'm trying to convince myself whether or not it's right to hit every room in here. I do not know. Ingenuity and observation above haste, Magus. Apply intelligence. Solve problem. Erratic and illogical radiation readings are throwing off the cohort's ability to track the target isotopes. Yeah, let's just run into what might be a deadly radiation cloud at full speed, ignoring the readings. We could pray for the Omnissiah to intercede on our behalf, or we can just attempt to fix the rad sensors. I'm going to be honest with you. This seems like the only reasonable move to me. But, like, what if we did pray? Nope. Science. The cohort applies their tech lore to the rad sensors, and determine the sensors are not the source of the problem, but a local source of radiation. They locate a cache of isotopic material, not the mother lode they are seeking, but still valuable. The punctuation in this game drives me crazy. Okay, so do we want to go up here and face an extra room for potentially... I mean, like, if I got 40 Blackstone out of it, I would accept that. That would be a reasonable trade. Yeah, alright, let's see if we can get something out of it. My concern is that we're going to spend some awakening time here, and we're just going to, like, take damage or something. A series of metallic archways of tarnished and brutalist appearance line the passageway ahead. They appear to have some function, but what purpose they serve in Agra Lux's tomb is not apparent. We could just stride purposefully through the archways, fearless as a true scion of Mars, dismantle the archways, time-consuming but safer, or examine the first archway to see if it is a device, and if so, if it can be deactivated. This seems like the play to me. The first archway proves to be a form of energy projector, and the tech priests ascertain it can be overloaded with a simple bypass ritual. This tech rite causes the device's circuits to burn out, leaving the tunnel of archways harmless, and demonstrating the supremacy of the Omnissiah's sacred logic over the base cunning of the alien. Alright, that was pretty cool. Three cognition, and we didn't even spend any real time there, so we didn't get any awakening. Now, a question. Do we want to do this room right now? It's possible that there will be a battle here. And if there is, it'll be easier if we do it right now. But the fact that it's easier also means it's less valuable. If we fight fewer enemies, due to the awakening meter not being charged up, we'll get less Blackstone for the battle. I think we're going to come back and do it at the end. We are still at a place where I am very confident in our combat abilities. I think we can take that battle at maximum difficulty. A sudden radiation spike has turned this part of Agra Lux's tomb into a dangerous hot zone. A pair of Skitarii lie in the zone, evidently having been overcome by the rad levels. It is sacrilegious to leave them there uncovered, but the area may be too hazardous to do anything else. So we could try to recover their bodies, we could burn them, at least they won't lie here to rot, or we could pray for the dead and leave them where they are. Well, it is sacrilegious to leave them here unrecovered, so... That said, if they're heavily irradiated, I'm not sure we want to bring them back on the ship. They might have valuable information, though, in their cogitators. This is going to cost us some time, but it's probably worth doing, both tactically and just as like a small remnant of our humanity. The cohort tries to enter the hot zone and haul the bodies to safety. However, the extreme radiation levels drive them back. The tomb of Agra Lux is not yet willing to give up its dead, and inflict radiation sickness on the cohort as if to underline that point. Ah, that's unfortunate. You know, I figured with us being as robotic as we are, maybe the radiation wouldn't be a problem. Okay, a single port designed for a canoptic creature. Well, we're not pressing that button, that's for sure. Oh! Okay, the other button steals our cognition points, so that's not great. In those situations, I don't think I have a choice of not pressing any buttons. So even if we had known that that's what that would do, I think we still would have had to press it. I certainly think I would rather lose cognition than health, unless I know for sure that I can repair the health. Because basically I'm viewing that as cognition versus Blackstone. Okay, well, this is a higher enemy density than we are used to. So Jeremiah actually gets to go quite early in the turn order. I mean, I don't see any reason not to just group up as close to moving as possible. We, like I said, we still have not yet seen any area effect weapons from the Necron. Okay, so this thing's not a great danger to us yet. Okay, that Necron warrior gets to go before the rest of my units, and he's close enough that he'll get to attack if we don't do something. So let's do something. Do I have range on him right now? I do not. Okay. Let's move forward to the edge of my initial movement point. We're gonna light this guy up and see what we can do. He has 7 health, so we're unlikely to kill him with 1 axe strike. But if I move up on him, we'll get 2 axe strikes, right? But at 7 health, he still might survive 2 axe strikes if I hit 3 both times. So I think we are going to give him the gamma pistol as well. Okay, even if it had only done 1 damage there, that would have been good enough. We run up here, we thwack him with the axe. Okay, I hit max damage. Cool. And then we probably run up on somebody else. I mean, there's some benefit in just having cover here. Because if I move out to threaten this guy with an opportunity attack, that guy's going to get to shoot me. That said, I could move to here. Makes me vulnerable to the other Necron warriors. Yeah, I'm not sure I have a really good play here. And I think we're just going to servo-skull the most distant source of cognition. Whoa, my skull is taking what I might describe as a non-optimal path there. For some reason it felt it needed to go over the top of this pillar rather than just like around it very slightly. Yeah, I don't want to put myself in a position where they get to shoot at me any more than I absolutely have to. I think I'm just going to end the turn. Because that guy's not going to be able to get in firing range. Oh, I thought... Oh, no. Yeah, he's... I'm not actually behind the pillar. Well, shoot. Screwed that up. Okay, the other 2 Necrons shouldn't be able to get a shot in anybody. Let's just make some stuff happen here. So this guy... It turns out, I don't have to stay adjacent to the enemies to keep their stats revealed. I just have to have Jeremiah run past them. That's also a thing to consider for future turns. But it looks like we should be able to just crush these dudes real fast. Okay, that does not quite hit Jeremiah. I think this is worth doing. Oof. Really bad damage output. So do I want to just shoot that guy and reveal his stats? We're only doing 2 to 3 damage here. We know it can't be lethal. Yeah. Okay, so that guy's getting a shot with the big gun then. And I'm going to grab another cognition point because we are desperate for them. I think he can probably just stay put. Let's see. This attack does 9 to 11. That guy has effectively 9 health against energy, so I don't need to buff up this attack. I'm wondering if I want to use Bless maybe after we fire our guns for the turn, so I get +2 damage on my next turn's attack. I can't actually get range on that guy without moving up. Oh, you know what? Because it's not showing the range for this weapon because it thinks I can't use it. Well, we're definitely doing cognition freedom. Okay, I have range on him from here, actually. God, that's a good gun. This is going to do 1 to 2 damage. If I bless now, I still don't kill the Necron warrior here. I think I'm going to go for +2 damage on everybody's next attack. On a 3-turn cooldown. That's a pretty good ability. And then we're just going to tap this guy. We can't kill him with it, but I can set him up so anything kills him next turn. Including, if I roll max damage, Servo. The servo-skull of Menarius. Okay, we rolled minimum damage. That's a shame. And I probably want to just grab another cognition point. Actually, there isn't one to grab, really. I mean, I could grab that one. But I think I'd rather grab this guy's cognition point with Menarius' servo-skull now that we know we don't need the 1 damage here, because he can just banish that guy. So maybe I just save my skull? We could reveal this guy's stats just in case, but we're going to be in combat with him soon anyway. And we just kind of passively reveal everybody's stats by fighting them with our current gear. Alright, I was a little worried that we might need to deploy some troops here, but now I'm thinking we probably don't. It actually is looking pretty under control. That said, deploying a servitor might be useful. Especially as far as preventing this guy's turn from doing any meaningful damage. Yeah, I'm going to put a servitor, like, right on top of him. Hopefully he will... Yep. Perfect. Got my cognition point back immediately. And then the servitor could handle this guy. Which I think would give us the... I think that would give us the point here. Just killing him. But also I could run up and claw the creature. If I do this, though, I'm probably preventing Jeremiah from getting in on him. But he kind of did the thing I needed him to do. Yeah, alright. We'll just have him run over here and finish this guy off, which I'm pretty sure will grab us the cognition point. And then now we have that servo-skull available for other stuff. Then you can run forward to eat an attack and generate a point. Such is the life of a servitor. It's only his to do and die. Okay, you have +2 damage on your next attack here, so let's make it a good one. I don't really want to shoot that guy. This does provide cover against ranged attacks. Okay, I'm going to run to here. We're going to shoot this thing with the phosphor pistol. Or maybe, actually, I'm going to shoot one of these other guys with the phosphor pistol, I guess. Because we're about to get his stats just from me moving adjacent to him. Oh, I may as well do this while I remember. Sorry, Servitor. I know you're at 1, but my health bar's not entirely full, so, I mean, you know what I have to do here. So we may as well shoot this guy just to charge stuff up. I guess if I knew this guy's stats, I would know whether it was reasonable to shoot him with the pistol. Because I don't know if we'll be able to kill him in 2 axe strikes. Anyways, let's hedge against him having more health than I'm expecting. Okay, honestly, that point of damage may have been relevant, because now he's at exactly dead to an opportunity attack. That point of damage probably mattered. Oh, he just, like, he didn't even try to run away. I'm shocked by that. Okay, so... you have 2 health. This feels like overkill. But maybe it's still right to do, because, man, sure is good to kill enemies. We could run up to here where I have clean shots on a bunch of people, and also I can repair... what's his face? That means that we're relying on this guy to finish off that Necron, but I think that's pretty doable. That does mean that I don't get to use the arc rifle. But this turn, this machine spirit pistol blast is like very significant. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I am going to run right up here. Do a little bit of repair. It sure does look like he's just slapping him across the face with the mechanic tentacle. And then we're going to shoot this guy with the pistol blast, because that'll drop him. Oh, I was hoping it was gonna drop him in a way that would generate a cognition point for me. Oh well. Then we have some canticles that we should probably not use, because we're going to have a more difficult battle later, right? And I think I'm going to stay right here where I am covered by Jeremiah. I still would rather Jeremiah be the one who gets shot, you know? Alright, so let's, what do we want to do? I only get to take one shot. I mean, it pretty much has to be there. Which means this guy's going to get a turn before everybody else. I could just Blessings of the Omnissiah now and blow him up with the Volkite Blaster. It seems extreme. It does prevent some damage, but I don't know that we need to prevent that damage that much. This may not actually be a problem. Yeah, and we're gonna take some damage, but it's not threatening lethal, I don't think. Jeremiah's potentially gonna get hit a couple of times here. Yeah, I'm concerned. Alright, let's grab that. And then I think just pass the turn. But like, this guy's not going to be able to hit Jeremiah because Manarius is in the way, right? Alright, that guy's going to finish off the Servitor, which actually works out just fine for me. You know, I'm glad I brought a larger, more dangerous troop to this battle, or to this mission. Because if there's another battle after this, he may well be needed. I think I'm gonna install a servitor right here. Pop the last servitor. This guy does get a turn. If we could prevent him from taking a good shot, it'd be pretty powerful. And he's not gonna kill the servitor, so we'll have him available for the next battle anyway. Okay. So, we have destroy one energy armor. I don't know that I need to destroy energy armor on anybody. Let's light this guy up, figure out his stats. Yep, turns out I do not need to destroy any energy armor. So we just step over here and smash this dude in the face with an axe. Well, that's a shame. Then I step back a space and shoot him with my pistol. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to take the pistol shot over to there. I really, really want to get to that. We would have to carefully not kill one of these two enemies. You know what? He should not stand here. Because I need this this pathway to potentially be open. Ow. So the Servitor can't kill this guy. Servitor can't really do anything of value this turn, unfortunately. It's too much armor. Okay, here's what I needed. You need to clear that guy out of the way. Then we're going to have to spend some cognition. This is going to do 2 to 11 damage. I mean, this might be the kill on this guy, and if we drop this guy, the Necron Warrior is probably just going to kill the Servitor off, which I'm fine with. Or actually, no, new guy has a turn in there. He'll be able to clean this thing up. Yeah, if we could get this kill, it would actually be really great. It's like a 50-ish% chance. Yeah, there we go. I mean, there's no reason to go get a cognition point, right? We should just take this guy down to 1. So that the machine spirit pistol, or the damage ignoring pistol, is guaranteed to get the kill. Yeah, and we managed to keep the servitor barely alive. Jeremiah's going to need some medical attention at the beginning of the next battle, but that's easy enough to do because we have the good healing arm. The cohort's rad sniffers are detecting potential traces of the target isotopes. The trail leads through a half-collapsed series of chambers, crumbling under the weight of the shifted landscape overhead. It may be perilous to pursue, but could bring the cohort to their objective more quickly. We should probably not just run through the chambers. Take the dangerous trail because it is worth the risk, or take another way around. The mission will fail if the cohort is lost to the treacherous terrain. We know that. Let's just do a little bit of math before we head through. We should be good at that, right? The cohort sizes up the stability of the chambers ahead before proceeding. Their field engineering experience tells them which parts to avoid, and while they do not make very fast progress, they emerge on the other side of the collapse unscathed. Their thoroughness also turns up a cache of rare elements unearthed by the upheaval. We have gained a cognition mechadendrite. Okay. Collect a cognition point. I would have assumed that a mechadendrite would have melee range, but obviously that can't be the case because if we already automatically connect cognition points that are in melee range. So I assume that has a longer range, but it does not say on it what that is. Okay. We can work out the right commands, we can reap the rewards within. So this was a little bit of healing for everybody. We don't know what this is, but I'm kind of down with a little bit of healing for everybody right now. No, that was cognition, that's right. Shoot, I am not good at remembering stuff. I might have to make myself a little cheat sheet to have on my other monitor while I'm doing this. That's actually a pretty good idea. Alright, I don't think we actually gained a cognition level by going over to that other room. I think we were going to end up at 3 no matter what. Scan or destroy. Either way. So we have to scan or destroy each of the 3 caches. Makes me a little nervous that that's our objective because it suggests that there might be an infinite number of Necrons. Okay. Well, the good news is the enemies that are far away from us are the ones that get to go early. Probably just going to put everybody right up front. I'm a little bummed out about Jeremiah's place in the turn order, given his wounds. So we're going to have to delay him, right? I really need, not Minarius, but I need Leonardus to go before Jeremiah so that we can hit him with the big heal. But you know, if Jeremiah doesn't just run forward like a madman, if we, actually keep him in a reasonable position, Minarius can just catch up with him. Or Leonardus. I am not good at remembering who is who. We are definitely going to take some damage here. We're also going to try out our new troop unit. At least I would really like to. So I suppose right now, there's no reason not to heal myself immediately with the little heal. We'll go ahead and scan this thing. Okay, we're still getting Blackstone from them, as well as mission objectives. But that did bring in a new Necron warrior. Where's that guy in the turn order? Okay, he doesn't get a turn this round. So, from where I'm at right now, I probably want to phosphor one of these targets just to get some idea what we're dealing with in terms of murderability. Okay, that's unfortunate. That guy's going to be a real pain to kill in any way other than with the axe. Oh, we can get started. I could just overwhelm him with the big gun. He is now at effectively 8 energy health, which means that the big gun will kill him in one hit, even at minimum damage. And then maybe I just go after this dude to prevent him from getting a real turn. Yeah, we'll go reveal his stats, and I'm sure the axe will be sufficient. Come on, don't hit him for minimum. Okay, cool. So yeah, he's dead to the attack of opportunity then. And we probably just want a cognition point. So this one is not terribly likely to be grabbed by us this turn. I guess that's very unlikely to be grabbed by us. I should have done that one. Also, I suppose I maybe should have done the Machine Spirit Canticle. Yeah, maybe. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I could move up and threaten that guy over there. So you're toast. You probably don't have range on us. You almost certainly don't have range on us, so we're not in any danger right away at the beginning of this coming turn. We do have to worry about that guy a little bit. No, never mind. We're going to delete him with the big gun. Yeah, alright, let's just move up here and try to shoot down that Necron warrior. So do I want to throw out the Machine Spirit buff? Probably not right this second. That extra range is really helpful. It is exceedingly likely that this will result in his death. And even if we had hit him for 3, it still would have been good enough because of the servo-skulls, so that it would have had to have done actual minimum damage for it not to kill him. Let's grab some cognition from this thing. And then I suppose we could just use the normal heal here, and maybe we don't have to spend the big heal just yet. We can wait on that. Okay, you definitely want to do this. Let's blow this thing up. Okay, so if we destroy these, I assume we still get the benefit. So we should be thinking about that. We might want to work that into our plans. I probably just want to grab a cognition point with this servo-skull as well. I'm really not that worried about enemy stats. We have a lot of ways of revealing enemy stats. This guy's dead. We do need to get a shot into him because we're going to be here long enough for him to wake up, but I don't know that I want to bother trying to get over there with this guy. We actually can't... Yeah, we can't easily get into range anyway. I want to shoot the other Akenthrite. I want to start getting damage on him, but I don't want to be so close that he can hit me as well. And we don't necessarily need to worry about charging up the Machine Spirit, because I think I'm going to do the Machine Spirit buff on this coming turn so that we can fire the Volkite Blaster for free again. Yeah, I'm just going to stay safe over here. But where? Because I don't want to be all the way in the corner. I think I'm probably safe from him, like, over here. Again, relying on the fact that the Necrons have not shown us any kind of area weaponry. Poor Jeremiah. This never ends for this poor dude. Okay. I'm going to try this. We're going to deploy this guy. He has a pretty high damage power sword. And he does opportunity attack stuff. So if we can get him in on that Necron over there, that could be valuable. I hope he's fast enough. Servitors are actually pretty slow. And we have no reason to... we are not guaranteed that he is not also pretty slow. Okay. So I think we're going to use Jeremiah's pistols to just clean up both of these guys. We don't know the stats on that unit yet. I guess I could use this pistol to get this. Okay. Well, now we know his stats. So I could run Jeremiah over there and just flatten him. That's probably worth doing. And this seems like an okay time, because he has quite a bit of health. Seems like an okay time for Cant of the Craft. Let's make absolutely certain that this is going to work. Alright, that is how you do that. You know, I want to get aggressive with this guy, but I am putting myself in a position where it's going to be difficult to land that heal. So his Machine Spirit in the Gamma Pistol is already charged, but both of these could use it. Ow. Okay, oh, you're fast, but you're not quite fast enough. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess he has 10 health. He'll survive the first hit. May as well have him be a threat. And damage to his health doesn't have to get healed. So we're going to let you... move to here. We might be able to actually bring this guy down low enough that the opportunity attack is likely to kill him. We might just kill him outright, but I don't necessarily need to. Okay, so 8 damage. Yeah, he's low enough that the opportunity from attack from the axe is lethal. So to finish this guy off with just the normal pistol shot. Alright, so if we were to destroy all 3 of these things, we would reduce the awake level by 1, probably. We would end up with it at 2 instead of ending up with it at 3. And that's certainly valuable. I'm going to end my turn over here so that I can strip this thing quickly. But I don't think it's as valuable as scanning the third one. So I'm going to try to destroy the 2 we've already scanned, and then scan this third one to end the mission. Wonder if I can get close enough to shoot that guy. It has a pretty significant range, doesn't it? 15? Yeah, twice the range of the Gamma Pistol. I might be able to do this. So let's go Taming the Machine Spirit. Do I have range on that guy? I totally do. This gun is amazing. Just completely erases them. And then I'm going to have him... I know we care about this guy to some degree, but also we got to get on these caches. I guess let's start in on him. This strips a point of energy armor. If he had one, we don't actually know. And then I definitely don't want to move. I am going to bless, though. I should have blessed before doing that, I suppose. Whatever. The blessing will help us kill all the caches then. That's still fine. And now the question, do I bother summoning the Servitor? I don't think we need him, but also we probably don't need to have the cognition point, and he could be helpful in the destruction of the caches. And that power axe has done some fine, fine work. Okay, so... Okay, destroying that. For some reason, destroying caches always does weird stuff to the camera. It's probably worth spending the point just to make sure we don't have to worry about this guy anymore. And then we can run over here and grab this cognition point. And we can ensure this guy never gets a good attack again. I mean, he's probably dead no matter what. Run over here and grab these, I suppose, and then run over there? Because I don't want to scan this until after we've destroyed the other one. Just in case it causes the mission to immediately end. Okay, and are there any cognition points left to take anywhere in the environment? There are not. I think I'm just going to save the skull. Not that I necessarily think there will even be another turn. Okay, so this guy can be even more threatening. That Necron is definitely dead if he tries to do anything. Servitor gets to do a little bit of damage here. You don't really have a ton to do right now. As we can move this guy to this position and blow up that cache. That's not bad. We're going to end up just a little bit short. So if I blew this up, we would lose one awakening level, and I don't think losing 1% on the overall awakening meter is worth skipping the Blackstone, though. Alright, now you need to walk over here and deliver that big Mecha Dendrite move. We rolled minimum healing there, but that returns him to full, right? Yeah, 12 is full. Right, no reason not to finish the mission objective. And if the mission does not immediately end, then we do still get to destroy this. And it looks like it's not going to, because it did spawn something. So I'm assuming it's going to ask me... Nope, never mind. What I was going to say is, I'm assuming it's going to ask me to finish off the remaining Necrons, but I guess we get to just leave now. The cohort locates a cache of ingots forged from a rare isotope by some unknown Necron method. They're able to take this rare bounty back to the tomb entrance for processing into fuel for the Adeptus Mechanicus. You have your supplies. Is the fuel situation improved? The fuel is good. The rest, not so good. I anticipate further requests for action in maintaining mission optimal supply levels. Undoubtedly, no army survives without supplies. Supplies not in the habit of walking into our hold. Then I am sure I will hear from you again soon, Quartermaster, because I understand the way the missions are structured. We just click on them again and get another mission. Alright, I think that worked out tremendously in our favor, and now we have a flamethrower, which I'm very excited about. That's probably going to replace one of the pistols on Jeremiah. Honestly, if it's a 2 augment thing, it is not. Okay, I was going to say I'll probably gladly replace both of the pistols, in fact. But it looks like he gets to keep one of them. It does feel like we're getting awfully powerful. Chant of the Remorseless Fist. We'll be able to unlock those other physical attack canticles much more quickly now. So first things first, let's jump over to Jeremiah here because we know we are replacing one of his pistols. The question is, which one? Do we want him to have the armor-ignoring pistol or the phosphor blast? I think I would rather unplug the armor-ignoring pistol. He's not necessarily going to use the flamer all that much because it does have a hefty cognition cost, but it's a good thing. Right. Also, we have access to another piece of gear. We can move toward machine spirit attacks, deal +2 damage. You know, with him having 3 weapons, that is interesting. Let's see. We were using We're going down on this guy. It's going to take a long time for our Tech Auxilium to hit Overzealous, though. We're probably not making that happen this time. I was trying to figure out where the best spot to spend our Blackstone is. Let's go ahead and move him up to Angered Spirit. I would love it if we could get him to Traveler eventually, although that is going to mean unequipping the Flamethrower. Yeah, maybe that's not really a high priority, but I do want Angered Spirit at least. So he has a helmet already, and I like his helmet. We could get him 3 HP and an armor, or +1 physical damage. I actually like +1 physical damage now that we actually have 2 different physical attacks that we could launch. So let's get those gloves on him. Wait, did that not... Huh. That's weird. It's not actually giving me the upgrades. Like, it's not spending our Blackstone. Huh. I'm not sure what's happening here. Seems like we may have encountered an issue. Let's see if we can spend on anybody else. We do want to move Minarius forward. Rites of Range is actually very powerful on him, and we probably will not ever bother to equip an axe. So like if we were to grab, let's say the Dominus Leg Augments, would it actually let me... Nope, it's not spending on that either. Okay, well, apparently we've encountered a bug. Listen, I'll figure out how to fix this. And that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when all of our stuff definitely totally works. And we'll see you then.